morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. Before we start, I just would like to welcome the new subscribers that I had overnight and woke up this morning to some more subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the videos and welcome. A really big welcome to you, and I hope that in any way that this helps you and to come up with some nice colours and designs and gives you some ideas. And if you have any questions that you need to be answered, feel free to message me and I will surely answer. Right, today I've had this in my house and it's got tea lights in. Little tea lights with all just five little tumbler glasses. I've attached, if I take these off, I've attached some Oasis. I've glued it underneath the bottom with glue, and then made sure I got my spatula and went across so it's no lower than what the stand is. And I want to do like a Christmas decoration around it in reds, golds and greens, and the odd, I suppose, browns as well. And I thought, you know, just something low. When you have your lights on, like, you know, put your tea lights on. You can get battery operated ones as well. They are real. With it all below, all looking nice and Christmassy. Thanks, hubby. My husband's just bought me a cuppa in. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a video today, but I couldn't not. And I thought if I get it done early this morning, and then I've got the rest of the day to do my jobs and my accounts and things like that. So I thought I'd do something like this and hopefully make it look really pretty. So what we're going to use for our colours, I've got some eucalyptus, $1 billion, silver dollar should I say, let's get this right. And I've got some with seeds in there, and then just a plain bunch as well. So I thought we'd use these and incorporate those because these are very Christmassy. And I've also got some birch leaves, because they've got orangey golden with green and they've got the brown stems. I thought they would look nice as well. Now I've got these off course that I want to get out of the way because they just keep falling out of my bucket. So I thought, let's get these and just incorporate a bit of cream into it, and with the nice, beautiful dark brown veins on the back. Oh, I love these. So we're going to add a few of those. Now, I've only cut off a few little pieces of the main stem, just 3, because I know I can cut these down into little bits of my brown gypsophilia. And I thought, let's get some of that. I want it to look quite a nice warming colour. And I've also got these that I've found at the bottom of my bucket. And I thought as well, let's get these used up as well. These are your little cypress leaves in a rubbery texture. I love these. I really, really do. They're so nice to touch. And then I've also got my cypress leaves, the conifer, which I want to just take the odd one off and just have it leaning upwards near the glass. I don't want it sticking out because we're going to do this quite close to, you know, where the candles are. It's not going to be a big, you know, arrangement. So I thought, oh, let me get these. I've got my brown twigs out with us having brown as well. And I may chop little bits off and just put those in just for a different lovely texture. So I thought we'll try those. And as I was going through, I spotted my huckleberry in red deep burgundy. Look at that, guys. Isn't that just stunning colour? Warmy, cosy. And I thought, oh yes, let's get that in it as well. So then I've also got out my gold gypsophilia. Again, I don't want this too bright and extravagant, so there's only going to be the bits and bobs put in, you know, cut off and placed in. And I thought we need some gold fern, so let's, instead of using the big ones, I can cut little bits off here as well, or use the taller one also to add in a nice little bit of texture. And I thought, well, I need some gold, so I've just taken off one branch or one stem, and I thought I could also cut these individually. I've already cut one to show you, but I could use them like that. I've taken that off at the bottom, so I've done it like that. So we may also have them either by themselves or as a pair. And why not use some of my gold berries? Now we have to have gold berries in, so I can chop away at these and just put the odd little bits in also, just for that beautiful texture. These are lovely. I can't remember where I've had these last year in my bucket, and I can't remember where. So I thought as well, I might use the gold roses. I'm not sure, because I want to incorporate some red. If I don't use those, I may just, this is the last one of a stem, so I thought let's use this one up. I'm trying to get rid of all my oddments, so we can incorporate that as well. So it's one or the other, or I may put both in, who knows. I've also got my seeds out. I thought, well, seed head always looks beautiful at Christmas arrangements, just against, you know, all the nice colours. And I thought, oh, it's very, comforting, I think, to see seed heads in arrangements. So I've got those. Let me just reach over here. Everything is down here. I wanted to add in some floral, so again, I didn't want to go too much, so I wasn't sure which one to add in. But I did get out as well my gold hydrangea. Now this is a different texture to the others. They're not silk. I don't know, they're not a paper, but they're like, I don't know, probably a kitchen roll texture, who knows, but you may see it on there, what sort of texture they look like. But I thought with it being like a mustardy gold, I could also incorporate those. And then I've got 3 oddments of my red sunflowers, what I chopped and never used, so I thought I could incorporate 1, 2, or maybe all 3. And I've got these little oddments as well. Well, I say oddments, they are oddments now because I've cut them off the main stem. So, but because they've got little peonies and tiny, tiny hydrangeas, I thought let's get, you know, those in with them having a deep red. Look at the little hydrangea. Isn't that so sweet? Oh, I love tidger things. You know me, guys. Now, I don't know, these are quite vibrant, my ranunculus, but they look lovely in Christmas decorations, especially these type that I've got, the smaller ones. They, you know, with it being a small arrangement, I thought we could put, just again, snip the odd one off of the stem and just place it, because again, we're not going far out. So I want to keep it quite together. And of course, I thought we've got to probably put some red berries in as well. Those are the gold. So these come on picks just like that, and I bought them in a bag of 100. And so I thought they're brilliant for when you're doing wreaths as well, because you haven't got to snip away at a great big stem, you know. And there was cheaper than I think 2 stems that I looked up at. So, and I got 100. So I thought we'll put those in, because you can just place those in wreaths or anything without having to chop them down. So we've got those. So I thought, what do you have around Christmas on an arrangement? You have apples. So with them being green, and I know they like a yellowy gold, and I thought they would blend in lovely, which they come with their own little foliage, and it's like their own little seeds at the top, or what going to turn into flowers or something. But I thought they would look comforting as well. So I also have got my cinnamon sticks out, and I thought we'll add cinnamon sticks as well, because I just adore these, and the smell of them are fabulous. So I'm going to put some of those in. And I thought, let's out of my big bucket get a few pieces of lime. So we could also add a bit of lime. With us having the apples, add a bit of fruit and put lime in. I usually like to put oranges in as well, but again, with us sticking to the greens and reds and on golds, I wanted to stick to that. I have got a few cones out. I started wiring them up, but then I thought, oh, let's just show, you know, especially the beginners, if they've not seen it before, how to attach, you know, just a floral wire onto your cones. So I've got, you know, a couple where they're a bit longer as well. And finally, I've decided baubles. I could have got the reds, the golds and the greens, but I just wanted the greens in to bounce off of the gold and the red. So I've got 2 that are gloss and 3 in matte. And as you can see, they've still got the string on, but I thought I'll show you again that, you know, people who've not seen or just starting out, how to attach a pick onto your baubles. So that is what we have got today. So I want to place everything back down there so it's not in my way. So we've got plenty of room. So, oh, I love things like this. So I'm just going to move things just slightly down. I may have to get up and down just to pick things up of what we're going to put in. Let's just hope the baubles don't drop. All my cinnamon sticks. If I put my cinnamon sticks on the end, they'll stop the baubles from dropping. Oh, let me get my coffee like my hubby's got me. Bless him. Oh, one of the flower heads have come off. I'll have to glue that on. So, I'm quite looking forward to this. I've not put any moss on the Oasis, because with it being going to be quite close to the actual stand, you're not going to see this. I will probably at the end get some felt and place the felt on the bottom, so no Oasis, you know, comes off in little bits. You know, the grain when you do that, and you can see the little flaky bits. So to stop that, and plus also to stop anything from scratching the surface of, you know, where you decide to put it. So I won't put these in while I'm working around them. On the odd occasion, I may put the candles in just to see how, you know, for the height, to make sure that I don't go out of the area that I'd like to stay in. So, oh, isn't this wonderful? Where's the conifers? Gosh, I've got a lot on here just for a small little arrangement. But I don't mind, guys. It's, as you know, it's just so I can, you know, make my mind up and put in things as we go along. I may not use it all. It's just so I've got a variety. So let's start with the conifers, because they're the longest ones. I don't want them going in last, because they may, you know, cover what we're going to have in the front. Let's just pop those there. And I may, you know, like I say, take the odd one off, but I want them to try and bring them up here, because as you can see, to try and also blend in and come onto the wood with the longer stem. So let's start doing that. And again, I'm not having these stems very long because I've only got, oh my goodness, let's have a look. I can't, oh, here we go. I've just got under 3 inches to play with in the depth, so I don't want to stick them in for the stems to pop through the other side. So let's start. I'm going to put a full one in first, and I'm putting this in the centre. And again, I'm just placing it in upwards. I've already got glue on me, guys. Just upwards, so it's leaning up against the wood. Let's just remove that bit of glue. So I'm just going to bend that stem so it's leaning upwards like that. And don't worry if it looks like it's popping out, because once you start to place things in, that will hold the leaves down instead of coming out. And then let's just take one off on its own. I'll put that there. Again, and I'm not just going to go in one direction, I'm going to go in different directions to give it that different look, instead of just being making it look like it's going around. I want it to just, you know, come off in different directions and make it look natural. And again, I'm going to place one right on the end here. Just remove any glue. Because if the glue sets hard and you don't remove it, it will stop you from placing any stems very, you know, next to the one you've just placed in. That's coming out. I can see that's coming out. So again, it will set hard, and we just don't want that. You know, not to be able to place things close to each other. Again, I'm just trying to manipulate it so it just pops out. Let's just take, I may take one with 3 on this one and bring that one here to the end. And again, I'm just going in at an angle. I'm making it look nice and airy with the leaves. Again, let me just bend that centre one in a different direction. So I'm going to take the centre one off, and I'm going to place it just here, because we are going around the sides as well, underneath also. I'm going to push this one in really far. I don't want it sticking out too much. And then we'll use that. We don't need no more. I love warmy, Christmassy things. It's very hearty. So that is what we've got. So it looks from above, your conifer going in different directions, so it doesn't look, you know, too uniformed, and it looks more of a natural flow around the container. We just pop that there. So let's get some of our beautiful birch. I had lots of this at one stage. It's absolutely fabulous. And these are all I got left. I need to order some because they are very good for anything. So now we're going to use those and I'm going to just manipulate. I may take one off and just have one. So if we just take one off, cut that prong off that it was attached to, and then just cut the stem shorter. And again, just pop it in, and it doesn't matter again if it's leaning over the top. We want the natural look, because once that tea light is in, you know, you just don't want to just have plain wood at the top. You want something just slightly leaning upwards on it, again to give it that warming feeling. So now I've got this one left. For the people who are just starting out, I use a wire pick. I dip it in my glue, and then I put it in the hole at the bottom, and then I remove any glue around it that's seeped out as I've pushed it in. So now you have a pick, and you can have, if you're doing something longer, you know, like a wreath, you can keep the length of that pick, but we're not. So we'll place this one like that, and I do save what I've cut off. I can use that if I want something else. I'll put a pick in for a shorter stem. I think I should just take the elastic band off, shouldn't I? There we go. Put them there. See, this one hasn't got a stem on it. So again, I'll use that what I've just cut off and do the same procedure. Pop it in at the bottom where the hole is, and then wipe any glue that's seeped out. And I'm going to do one here above, just leaning out like that. Let's have a look for the one. Oh, here's another one by itself. So I'm just going to, I might actually put that on a stem, because that is on the main stem, which is really quite thick, and I don't want it taking too much room when I can just shorten it. And I'm going to pop one at the bottom here, just leading out to the side. Pete wanted to go that side for them. Now here's one where it's two. So just manipulate a few of the leaves just to open it. And do I put that one actually there on the corner? Yes, put it on the corner. And I'm pushing that one in as far as it will go as well. Oh, it's cold again today, guys. It was really foggy this morning. I couldn't see the neighbour's house over the road. I'm sure that would have lifted by now. Let's take those off of that stem. Well, I've got a crunched up leaf there. We'll remove that. We don't want that on. And again, we'll do the same. I'm going to place one facing slightly downwards. Again, having them all in different directions, so they're not all the same, just for that natural look. And if I need any more, you know, to fill around the top, then I will add more. But I think a lot of the things will take up a lot of room. But I do want to try and get this compact. Does it come out the other side? No. So that is what we have from the top. I'm not going to overload it with the beech leaves or birch leaves. I just want to, you know, put them in as a little bit of a filler to give them a nice little bit of a different movement, you know, and texture. So let me get these. I've only got 3 of these, so I'm going to just place 2 perhaps on one side. Again, just popping it in. And with these being really wiry, I can lift these so they come to the top and sit like that. And we'll do one on this side. I'm going to put one, actually, let's see, here. Again, in another direction. Like that. So that's how this side, we've got one here leaning upwards. Again, if you have your tea light in, it will just sit lovely against the tea light there. Again, I don't want to cover the wood, but I also just want to have a few bits on the top, you know, leaning over. So now I was wondering whether to see if I could get these in as well first. Yeah, I'm going to place a couple of these in. Again, I know I've got all those, but I just grabbed a handful. Let me just remove that glue. Look at that, guys. Oh, don't that sit beautiful? I love the long pine cones. I think they sit absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to show again for the people who've never, just starting out, how to put a floral wire around your pine cone. Excuse me. So I put the floral wire along the bottom. Because it's open, that makes it really easy. You just place it along the open cone pines at the bottom and just go in and out around the bottom till you meet up on the other side. So you're basically just going around in a circle right at the bottom. Once you've got there, twist, you meet together with the wire, twist it. Just twist it like that so it's secure and it doesn't fall off, and then just bend it downwards, and there you have your little pine cone on a little wire, piece of wire. So again, I'm going to place this one just here. Just sit that around the bottom on there. I've got another little one that I've done this morning, and I'm going to place, so that one's facing there, so this one is going to come out just from under, peeping out underneath, as you can see at the bottom. So I'll get another one. Let me just cut that a bit short, smaller. Let's have a look. I may place this actually next to this one. So there's two together. Let me just manipulate that one because it keeps catching. Right, let me just pull it out again and shorten the wire. Oops, daisy. There we go. I don't want a big one, so let's get a smaller one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. We'll just place 5 in. I like working in odd numbers. And again, just hold the wire, this bit of wire here at one end, and then just thread it around the bottom through the open pines till you meet up with that other little bit of wire and twist. And twist until you know it's really quite tight, because if you don't twist, it'll just wobble within the wire. So just keep twisting until it's very secure and sturdy. And then just cut your wire to whatever length, if you know that you'd like to have it. So I'm going to place one here and sit that like that. So that's what we have. Just remove the glue. Doesn't that look fabulous already? And the reason I've gone for brown, reds and golds is because it's a woody effect. If it was like white, pink, purple, I would have gone with those sort of colours. But because I always go with the, with my florals, try and pick the same or similar colour or shade to what the container is. So if it was black, I may, well, black, it's like a, we'll go with anything. But if it was red, then I would have just gone with reds. But because this is a woody effect, I wanted woody items like your pine cones in, and also, your little twigs, things like that. Oh, I must keep drinking this, guys. Sorry. This is my first cup of coffee this morning. I haven't had one. I just thought, let's just come in here and let's do the video, because I can't let you down. I'm too much of a worker. I love my job. And if I could do this even in my sleep, I would. I keep expecting one day I might dream about flowers, like can watch myself doing floral arrangements in my dream. And I could be the audience watching myself. Right, I'm going to get the brown gypsophilia, and I'm going to pop little bits of those in and around. I'll keep that one as a couple. Around also the container, just to give it again that woody feeling, that really nice, lovely, homey feeling, or Christmassy. Again, we'll put one in here and just move them into any direction. Pop that above the leaf. Oh, where did I go with them? There they are. Now these gypsophilia are also like a rubbery texture, and these are my favourites, these type. I must have a thing about rubber. I don't know what, but I just love the rubbery texture on things. And I'm going to go and get another one. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. And I'm going to place it behind this pine. So it's just popping some of it onto the pine cone as well as in the birch. In fact, if I lift that up and place that to hold that piece down, like that. So I've separated them. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, one more. And I'm going to place this one also coming out. Let me just remove that glue. So that's all I'm going to put in of those. I don't know if I can see the others. I want to place in, I think, do I place those in to give it a nice, yes. Let's use them. I need to use them. So there's not many. How many is there? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 5. That was good. That was very good. So again, I'm going to do the same. Go around. We'll put a bit of, cream colour at the bottom. I may put one actually around where that pine cone is to set the pine cone off. And just place it under. As you can see. Don't it look beautiful against this? It looks absolutely lovely. Place one on here as well. Again, it's slightly leaning up to give that lovely effect. I'm cutting some stems smaller than the others, so I want some to act as like a depth. I'm going to put one on the corner against that pine cone as well, just to lift that one. I'm going to go underneath this conifer, place one just under there on the bottom. So one more. I'm going under here, under this conifer as well. So we've got it like that. Let me just check it's not come out through the other side. No. Beautiful. Right, guys, I've got to get my huckleberry in. Oh, I just adore this. I've got 2 pieces here that was loose. Well, I did have 2. Oh, it's here. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? Oh, and these are push-ups as well. Push-ups basically, again, to the people who are not sure, where you can move the leaves up and down the stem and you can twist them around, place them in any direction, any side you like, or like that. So you can have them a bit more longer coming out. But because I'm doing this quite close together, mine will all be pushed up to the top. Oh, I've just pushed off a little bit. And pushing them all the way to the top. So they're like a little cluster together. Like that. These are beautiful, nice and deep. So I'm going to go with one of these under the big pine here. So that sits out on the bottom. I'm not just having them all on the bottom. I will bring some, above as well. Can't get these pushed up. There we go. Because I want some on the top, I'll cut the stem shorter because I don't want it showing as much. So we'll place one under here. as you can see on the stem, that's how they come with them. And again, like I say, you can push them up or down. These was from Dunhelm. £4 for a stem, a bunch. Let's get that bit right, for a bunch. And again, I'm going to push them up to the top for the cluster. We want one at the top. So I'm cutting this relatively short. I'm going to place that one going in that direction. Oh, aren't they just wonderful? 1, 2, 3. I may pop back and see if they've got any more, because I do like these. They do them in, I think, white as well as green. I've not been to Dunelm to see their Christmas collection yet, so I may pop Monday morning and have a quick look. See what they've got. So I want one coming out. I don't want to make sure it's too much across from each other, so we'll place it there. So we'll cut this shorter, because they are quite bushy and they can overpower in such a small arrangement. So let's just bring some through the leaves. Oh, my cone's come off. Let me put a longer piece on that. I probably cut it a bit too short. So again, let's go around the bottom. Just going to turn it around, everybody. There we go, it's better. So I don't think I want to put any more in. If I do, I'd just take the odd bit off, but they're quite bushy, so we'll leave those as they are for now, because we have got lots. Oh, I found another one. Oh, get it in. Where can we put this one? We're going to have it go in under here. There we go. It already looks, as you look at it from here, quite warmy, a warmy feeling, coziness. Let me bend that one up. I was just thinking concerning the sunflowers, they may be actually too big. As I was just going along. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I really don't know now. But we have got lots and lots to get in. So again, if you put those there, and then you have those lit, how cozy would that feel? Oh, it's lovely. So again, I do keep popping them back in just to check that I'm not going too far. Right, I've got the eucalyptus with the seeds on. Just take that one off there. And this is a good arrangement if you've got oddments. You know, to use up your oddments, get those in. And then it saves you chopping into a new stem. I love doing little things where you can use all your oddments. It clears out all your space. It's great. I may just put those in instead of the plain ones. So let's get rid of those. I don't know why I bought all of them out. It's just me. Because these can, again, cut them in half to make them smaller. That's got a prong on. Let's remove that. I have to see where I am under here. Let's just place one in between. Let's make sure. Oh, it's going through the bottom, right. So I'm going to pull it out, remove the glue, because I don't like glue on top of glue. It makes it really thick and clumpy. So let me just place it in at an angle so it's not going to come out. Place that one going that way actually. So there's a little prong on here. Let's remove that. Again, I don't want to overload it with just greenery, but I say that, don't I, guys? I say it all the time. I've put one there, so let's get one. Just coming out from there. So we'll place this last one in. 3, 1. I'll bring that down here. Oh, let's have a look just around. Let's bring it down on that side. There we go. Let's lift that up. I want to see the cone. So that's all I'm going to use of those. Again, this is just where you use cutting little pieces off. Right, our twigs. I only want one of these. I should have just got one out. But it's heavy. Never mind. Let's cut these into little pieces. What you can see I'm doing is they're attached. That's the transit purposes with little prongs, just so they don't move. Take that bit off. Just straighten that up. There we go. Just manipulate that and bend it. Now I'm not going to cut this because I want this to go in at the end. I don't like the look of that. I don't know if it's, I think it's that. Because it's quite set far back. So we'll keep it with the long stem. Let's place some under the bottom to give again that woody effect. Let me push that in a bit more to blend it in with the rest. Excuse me. it's very quiet on Sundays here. This will come more to life once I start putting in the golds and things like that. So, in fact, let's place our apples in. I need to get those in. And again, I'm not putting the whole bunch in like that. I am going to just take the bits off of the apple and just place, you know, a couple of pieces of the apples together. I'm going to save the leaves. I may put that bit in. But if we take the leaf off, if we can't, there we go. We can save that. So this is where it all starts to come to life. As soon as you stop putting all the nice pretty things in. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. I am just so easily pleased. I think it looks wonderful. We need one up here as well. Just to break that up. Sit on the top there. Oh, how joyous. I'm going to have one coming out the ends, and then I want one here. What's on that side? I want to make sure I'm not, yeah, it's got to be that side. It's balanced. Alright, let's move that out of the way, because I do want the apples on the top. I just love, I don't want to make it look too much on one end, so I think one's got to come out here. I've only got 4 out. I don't know why I didn't get the fifth one out. Never mind. Again, we've got lots of other things to go in. Place them there, pop that at the bottom. Oh, so it's not going to go that way. Let me have a look. I may have placed that in the wrong position. So let's reposition it. There's nothing we can't fix. Everything's fixable, as they say. There. Oh, guys, does that fruit look gorgeous? So I don't want no more pine cones, so we'll put those there. Because we've still got us baubles. Let me just see how the baubles. I may not put all those in. The cinnamon sticks, the limes. Oh, how Christmassy. How Christmassy. I've got these. These are going to need to go near, basically around the top, because they are quite small, some of these slices. So they are going to have to go around the top. So I think I might place those in later because they are tiny. I don't want to put them in and then they get hidden. Let me just check with the rose. No, I'm not putting the roses in. the too sparkly. I want more of a comforting feel. We'll put these in because they're more of a matte colour. I don't want it to be too extravagant. Sparkly. I want it like a matty type colour. I know I've got some, you know, the gold leaves and things, but they're not sparkly. They will look lovely. So let's get these in. So I've got a bit of floral as well. I'm just going to come above, excuse my head. Just pop the odd one in. I'm not pushing these right to the bottom, you know, to the top, so they end up, the oasis sitting right underneath. I'm having them just, you know, sticking out, so they've got a bit of length on them, again, for that natural touch and movement as well. So I've got a third. So because I put the apples down that end, oh, I've got everything around me. I'm going to place these up here. Just pop that there. So that's those in. Because these are quite big, I may need to get these in as well. So what I do with the baubles, for those who do not know, I cut off the string. Oops a daisy. I get a pick, and where there's a hole down here, I dip my wire pick in and then push it through the hole there, and then remove any glue on the outer side. So now you have your bauble on a little pick that you can place, whether it be in a wreath or an arrangement like this, or, you know, or just even a different style arrangement. You've got the pick, so it now, you can now pop it in. That's why I tend to buy, you know, purchase baubles, what you'd have on your tree, because it's much easier. You know, you get more in the packet for less price than if you had baubles on a stem. I know I've got some baubles on a stem, but I don't go mad buying the ones with stems. I tend to go more mad buying the ones without the stems for your Christmas tree. Just place that there again. Let me just check. Right, it wants to go in a bit because we want to be able to see the light as it's glowing. Just do the same again. I'm all for saving, you know, budgeting, because, you know, there's people out there, I've said it before, you know, that haven't got the income or the finances to go big and afford big things. So I like to show them how it can be done without spending too much. Right, there's that one. Let me bring that one down. So let me just pull that one back out before it sets. Take the glue off. And let's go where the conifer is, through the conifer, and have that sit in there. Oh guys, how beautiful. Again, I've only just chosen a couple of the glossy ones. I wanted more of a matty, you know, calmer effect than too much gloss. So I've got one there. So I'm going to need one here. just going to cut a bit off on there. Because it's in the corner, I need the length. Let me just turn it, that's better. City with the apples. Place one of the apples actually up on it. And then the last one. Oops, a daisy, that's not going in the hole. There we go. So, I'm going to put one there. It doesn't matter that I've gone gloss matte. That's okay. We need one under here. Have a bit of something on the corner there. Oh, joyous! Now, let's see. Again, I may not be using all of these. I don't know about... I like to see them, but they are quite big. Yeah, they're better. The sunflowers are just a bit too big. I've got the ranunculus. They're tiny, so they will also fill in. So let's just take one of those out. Look at that, how that affects. I'm going to have one where it's leaning slightly upwards. I think. Maybe we'll just have a look. I want to take the little one off as well. I want to use the tiny ones. So I want to bring some of the tiny ones up there. So let's see where that is. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, guys. I swear I'm getting my son's cold. Mind you, I didn't wake up coughing this morning, so that's a benefit. Just bend that stem slightly. Now let's have a look at the big one. Because we've got the bigger cones here, I'm going to put this with those. And I'm going to sit those and bring it slightly down. Just bend it. So then that looks like that. So that little one. Now because that's not got a long stem on, I can glue it and then pop it on to one of the other stems or glue it onto a leaf inside. So instead of thinking, oh, you know, or if you have not got enough picks to do that, glue it to a leaf, you know, like the eucalyptus like I'm doing. And that also puts it in and makes it look pretty. No wastage. So we'll take that one off. Again, I want one on the end. So I need that long stem. Because the Oasis set starts about here, so I need something to push it, you know, the stem to push it in. And again, this one's got no stem, so I'm going to glue this on to the pine cone underneath. There we go. So So let's see. This one needs to be around here. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they just so beautiful? I'm not going to use any more. I'm trying to just, you know, get bits and bobs in, because we have got other gold bits, you know, like these as well. So we could also place those in. Well, that could go underneath actually. That would look pretty there. So I'm going to push this in. I want some for depth. Again, I don't want to come too far out. Let's get this. I may just do them in twos actually. Two. I've got one by itself, but that's okay. We'll place that in. I want to put that one in there. Again, I'm not just keeping them flat. I am allowing them to lift up to give them that movement within the actual arrangement, so it doesn't look all flat to the ground. We want it sticking up, but obviously not too high that you won't be able to see your wonderful candles. So I'm going to place some under here. Excuse my head, guys. And just bring it so you've got a bit of gold touch at the bottom. Let's place one here as well. Just bend that one slightly upwards. And do the same with that. Even though there'll be majority sitting on the bottom. So we're going to need things around here. So again, that's where his flowers come into it. Let's see about the red berries as well. Yeah, we need red berries. It's Christmas. We need red berries. So where there's a lot of green, we're going to add in the red to pick it up and have it bouncing off of each other. Because these are wide stems, you can manipulate these as well. We need some at the ends. Put on both ends as well. Let's just get some above. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel I need one here, so I'm going to place that one nearer to the bottom. Just so it sits on the gold and underneath. Just push it in a little bit more. We've got a bit of red around the bottom of it as well. Right, I don't know whether I'm going to use those now. I'm trying not to hide the cones as much. If I feel they're hidden, I will, you know, take them out and reposition them. Let's get a few flowers along the top. And I'm going in at an angle. Do it slowly. There we go. I think that we need some flowers. Let me just see where I want to position. Now, where's that one come from? Here. I'm going to glue this one back on, because we don't want it popping off. So, do one on the corner there. And I think one around here as well. Definitely one there, so we'll get that one in. Just where the apples are on this side. And one in this corner. Oh, I've left my coffee. Oh, aren't I silly? Fill up that space there. And the same on the opposite corner. Where this bauble is, we need to fill in this bit of the space. Just manipulate, bring them around. There we go. And that one's in, that one's in, that one's in, that one's in. Let's add, oh, I've got another berry. I thought, well, that will equal it out then, because there was 6. Place this under here as well. There we go. Let me just see with the lights all in. Oh, guys, doesn't that look pretty? Oh, my goodness. Oh, how pretty. Oh, it's just so divine. Christmas, it's just a wonderful, wonderful time. Right, oh, I've got another one there. You see, I keep going towards these. I need these in. I'm going to cut. Oops, the daisy, it's entangled up. In fact, I'll just cut that bit off to start with. In fact, say again, take that one because there's only one on there as well. Adding the little. Now these look beautiful because these aren't prongs, these are just little buds, what they have. And they look beautiful if you had it in a wreath with the little buds on as well as your little berries. So I'm going to take that off. Don't be frightened. And I'm going to use that by itself. So it's got a different feel somewhere else. And it'll make it look really pretty. And it's by, you know, just taking even just these little bits off. They add different texture, you know, in other places. Give it that other, you know, lovely movement. Could even have it facing down that way. You know, just blending in. In fact, that looks quite nice there. So we'll blend that in. And again, if you're running out of space with things, glue them to other leaves. Because that just popping up, look, just popping its head up gives that different twiggy effect. And I love things like that. So let's cut several down. There we go. And again, just like the red berries, popping them around where the reds are, you know, all the greens, gives it that lovely feeling. It's just so nice. Oh, I've put some there. Put some with that leaf, that fern. I think we want some on this end. Going underneath may pop it actually coming up. Bring them up like that. Again, the conifer, you can still see it. It's not too much. Right, I need one around the corner bit here. And would place that on there. One's just popped off, so you know what I'm going to do with that, guys? Instead of gluing it back on, I'm going to glue it onto one of the leaves here near the top. Oh, this has got a twiggy bit on. Oh dear, where can I put that? That's there. Here, it's got to go down here. Again. There we have it. So that's all I'm going to put in of the gold berries as well. I do have, again, those, but I don't want to. I've got one on its own. Yeah, I've got a few on their own. Don't want to make it too sparkly. So if I use these few little oddments, then that'll be more than enough. Because they're very airy as well. They're not going to be in the, you know, in your face. That's a longer stem. So they, you know, they won't be as standing out as much. But we do need some gold down here. There. Excuse me. Think about around here as well. Because it is, again, like I say, quite airy. And it's lovely. I want something there. Got some little oddments on their own. So let's have a look. Got one there, one there. That's not gone in. There we have it. And then here. So then that would be enough. Just those little pieces of gypsophilia. I mean, we still have as berries, as seed heads, and I've put little offcuts in with the main stems. See, again, this is using all your offcuts. There's not many on here, but it's great to use them up. Just to add that again, another different texture. I think I want one around the bottom and this bit there. See, I'm sticking some of these onto leaves if you can't hear them going in. gone in. See, this one's not very long. So let me just cut that. Because these haven't got wire in the main, in these stems here. Take that prong off as well. So I will just stick this on to a little leaf somewhere. Or a leaf that will be able to take it. There we go. Onto that. Doesn't that look wonderful? Now we have our ranunculus. Oh, these are divine. I'm going to put these along the bottom. If I just show you, if I just lift it. Oh, because they're quite a vibrant colour. Oh, I think these are wonderful. I've got lots of these in red. I went crazy for the red ones. And the white as well. I've run out, I think I've not got many white left, but the red, oh, I just went absolutely crazy. So that's there, so you want red here on that side. I'm just placing them so I can see where I need to see them. Because I wanted to use these. I think you get about 10 in a bunch. One there, and then one on this end. So that's where I'm going to put them. So let's start here. Because I'll see if this is long enough to, or I may need to cut it. Oops, that one's poking through from where I so this needs to go in here. There we go. Don't that look lovely? Oh, beautiful ranunculus. One here as well. Oh, I'm covered in. And that's sit that there. Again, I'll do the ones on the end a little bit longer, the stems. Because the iris doesn't go right to the bottom. Sit that a bit more in. Oops. Like that. And do the same with this one. Watch my hair, I don't want to get my hair in it, in the glue. Is that one in? No. Got one here. As well. There. And we'll place that one there. Again, under the bottom, I'm taking it. And there we are. But that may need to go in a little bit more. Maybe that one too. Yeah. Oh, wow. It looks lovely. So we've still got our cinnamon sticks. We've also still got just the odd little, oh, it's quite heavy. The odd little lime also. And then I think then that would be more than enough. It looks beautiful and cozy. Let me take these off while we're working on it. I want to check there's nothing gone underneath. No, flat as a pancake, look. Oh, mind you, what's that one? Let me cut that off. There's a little one there what's gone through, so I'll take that off. But other than that, oh my goodness, how lovely and flat. Beautiful. And look at it from above, guys. Don't that look pretty? Really, with the woody, and then you've got your berries, the baubles, your gold leaf to bounce off reds and that, and your reds to bounce off the greens, and also the golds to bounce off each other, and the reds. Just that odd little bit of dark brown for the twigginess with your cones. I mean, the cones are a bit hidden on some places, but I'm okay with that because it looks, from above here as well, it just looks beautiful. So again, let's get some cinnamon sticks in to add the woody effect in again as well. I'm not sure how many I'm going to put in, but again, for the people who are not sure or just starting out, because you've got holes either end of your cinnamon stick, just place your floral wire through, meet up. It doesn't have to be at the centre, it could be in the, you know, at the end, but meet up with the other one and twist. And just twist them together like that. So you've got that. And then you don't see then, I always tend to do it where the line is there, so then you don't see any wire on the top and it gives a nice neat finish. So then you just dip it in your glue and you just add them in. Tell you, cinnamon sticks look lovely in arrangements, very Christmassy. Or if you don't want to put the wire through, you can just, you know, glue, dip it in your glue, or put a bit of glue from your glue gun on the end and just pop it onto a leaf. But I tend to like to put the wire in because then I can have them different shapes. I just, oh, I pushed it wrong. No, that's not sticking in. It's not long enough. So I'll need to bring this to the top and stick it behind a leaf. And again, stick it on leaves. They will hold. I'll show you how to do it without a thing. So you just put your glue in at the end, just on the bottom like that. And if you want one placing somewhere, stick it on to another leaf and it's in. That's another way. But then if you want it different directions, then if you've got a spatula, that one's a bit, you've got to get a thin one, different shapes. Get a spatula or your glue gun and just stroke it across the bottom like that. And then just place it down like that. I'm going to stick that one actually on the top. But the thing is, with them being flat, you don't see them very often. They don't give off a great texture, or not texture, movement. Hence the reason I like, in fact I don't like that. See, that'd irritate me. So let's see if I can get the glue off. Because it's too flat. I don't like them to look flat. I'll sort that one out. But that's another way you can do it. And there's also, I've got to show you this, there's several ways of doing them. There's also, you've got 2 holes on this one. So you can push in your wire till it comes out of the other end. But then make a U-bend. like that and put it through the other hole. I don't know if you can see, but through the other hole, push it down, and then you've got it on a longer stem. So you can also do them like that as well. But you take into consideration nothing's holding that in. So if you want to put a bit of glue on the top, again, if I just get a bit of glue to hold that wire in, just place a bit of glue so it's secure. Just wipe any that's coming over the edge, and then that glue will set onto there. So then you've still got it without it dropping down. So that's another way to be able to do them. So let's get one in the end. And just pop it in. Oops a daisy, I'm caught up with something. I just want to see that it's gone in. Not very well. Well, it did, yeah. It's got oasis on the bottom, but it needs pushing up. I think the stems are too small, too thin on these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a helping hand. I'm going to attach a pick. And because it's a green stem, I'm using green corsage tape. And I'm going to take it right under the neck, as I call it, just underneath, and then come all the way down to hold the other pick on. What's giving it that extra, you know, support, and it makes it more sturdy. Because the floral wire, they do bend, so if you want something sturdy and you don't want it to bend, then that's again another way of just popping one in. See, I do it a lot where I tend to do the U-bends, especially when it's for, you know, something where I want it long. And again, let's get a pick, attach it up. And you could also put the pick as well through the hole at bottom alongside with your floral wire. You haven't got to just attach it to the bottom of the floral wire. You can push the pick in the hole of the cinnamon stick and then go down again to give it that support. Let's just cut that bit off. I don't want it that long. And because now that's on a wire, you can bend that. You can bend and manipulate it into any shape when it's sat inside. So let's get one. Bring that there. See, that glue is already set, and because that is set really quick, and again you can manipulate, not having to worry that it's going to pop off. So I do that as well. It all depends on how I want the strength of it, where I want it placing, that I decide what I want, you know, how I'm going to do it. But this is a very secure way. And again, pop it inside the hole of the cinnamon stick. You can even, again, there's other ways. There's that many ways. You can just put glue on the bottom there and glue it inside the hole like that. You can also do it like that. So if I show you, again, get your glue, push it in the hole, just wipe off any excess glue, what's seeping through, and there you have it. And you can bend and twist it into any direction again. So that is, again, is another way. If I'm being quite honest, I do like to put the wire in on the top because sometimes if you were using these outdoors, because they are real cinnamon sticks, they tend to wear with the weather. So then it becomes a bit, soggy, it can get a bit wet and it can get loose. So I always like to put the wire in the top to give it that extra support. So I know then it's not going to drop off and it's going to sit lovely. And it will stay there and, for a long time. But that's just me, guys. I'm very cautious about the sturdiness of things, how they're going to weather, how they're going to stay, without falling out, to give them that extra touch of support. Makes all the difference. Again, I'll bend that one because I want that one to sit there. Oops. Hang on, let me take it out. Shorten the stem. And have that. Just bend it again into any direction. Got one there. One there, one there. I'm going to place this one under here. Just have that sticking out. So that now, I'm not going to put any more in of our cinnamon sticks. And finally, our little, that one's broke. Our little limes. Now with this, you could do like the oranges, push it through the peel, do a U-bend and just wrap it around like that. So then it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere, and then you can just pop it in to your arrangement. Okay, just see, bring a bit of fruit up above. Or again, you can, if you want and you want to see them flat, just put a bit of glue on. But I like to have movement with them. So I like to give them a wire and insert a wire. I'm going to place one in here. That's that one. But just be really careful when you twist if you're doing it this way, because you can snap the stem, the peel, the skin of the thing. So I like to go around them like that. Saves me, saves it from damaging or pulling on it and ripping the peel. Let's put one in here. As well. When I'm wiring, I hold the peel, as you can see there, while I'm going around with the wire. So it doesn't, with the force of me pushing the, wiring it, twisting it, I don't want it to snap. So I hold the peel in place with my thumb and finger, so there's no pulling on there. that one. Just 2 more. Again, I've done it like that, and you can see, so I'm pressing those together like that with my hand, for thumb and finger, and then leaving those there while I just wrap it around. So there's nothing going to pull or tug on the peel to tear it. I'm going to place one there. And the last one, just put it where the apples are on this side. There. So then you place, again, I've not covered, I didn't want to cover the wood, and I've just, so you can still see the woody effect as well. So let me just wrap all these together. They're floating around. So again, you don't need to use a lot, it's just, or you know, if you've got oddments, use your oddments. It's not that we was going to use everything what I've got out. So if I just move that out of the way. And get rid of all the rubbish. So we've got a better look of what we've done, and nothing's in our way. So that is our Christmas candle arrangement. Again, your tea light arrangement, should I say. Sitting, again, you could have it in, let me just sit down first. You could have put it in your windowsill, that would look pretty. Again, on top of your fireplace, on your mantle, on your dinner table. You could make 2 of these together, put them side by side to make it longer. You know, or you could have it on your coffee table, or just if you've got a TV on the wall and you've got a cabinet underneath there at night with these lighting up against the telly, that would be pretty. So if I try to lift it without the candles falling out, and I'll just slightly try and tilt it, guys, but that is what we have with our apples, our limes, our red and gold berries, brown gypsophilia, our baubles, cinnamon sticks, conifer, gold leaf, fern, huckleberries, seed heads, ranunculus, and little hydrangeas as well, and you know, your cypress leaves, things like that, all added in. Makes it lovely. If I can bring it closer, makes it look really, really pretty and warmy, and comforting on a Christmas. Not too sparkly. There's only little bits of gold in, but they're not glitter. They are, you know, slightly gloss, some are matte, just to keep that warmy feeling and touch incorporated into it. And I think that is beautiful. And that's how it looks at that end, if you can see. And also different on that end because it's got no apple, so it's different there. So it makes your eye, once it's down, look around as well. I tend to like to do things like that where, you know, everything's got its own space, but it's not uniformed. It's all in different areas. There's not like, because there's one here, there's one there, one here, one there. No, I didn't want it like that. I wanted it natural, where things are scattered about, but all beautiful and, you know, warmy and woody. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm glad I sneaked it in this morning. I know it's gone dinner time now, because it was about 20 past or 10:30 when I started. But I got my jobs and that done this morning. Then I thought, right, let's get it done. I looked at my paperwork. I've only got, you know, a couple of weeks worth to put in, which isn't long. That'll take me about an hour. And then I've got to just finish off some bits for customers, and then the rest of the day's mine. So I had time, and I'm great. And I'm really, you know, glad that I fitted it in, because I think this is absolutely wonderful. And again, give it a go, guys. Even if it's just one candle by itself on a wooden stand, doesn't matter. You know, give it that, try the woody effect, the calming, the comforting, you know, the warm feeling, you know, by adding reds, you know, and greens, and the odd gold, you know, and things like that in, just to give it that beautiful feeling of warmth and comfort. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, and it was lovely to do it with you today. And I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I've not thought about it, but I appreciate you all joining me, and I appreciate all your comments. You're really so sweet and kind. And, you know, especially when you're doing it on a regular basis, you're taking your time out to, you know, watch my videos and then reply to them as well. That's really very heartwarming of you and very touching, and I appreciate it from my heart deeply. So again, have a wonderful day. Take care and enjoy. Oh, another thing I keep forgetting to say, please subscribe, share and like as well. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.